Welcome back to A Pearl in Every Cowslip's Ear. This is CLE Language Arts 800 Book 3, recorded live in the classroom. I hope you enjoy. Okay, Language Arts 803, Lesson 6, taking notes. A few review questions. How do we change this to an indirect quotation? Victoria said, I don't have enough flour for this bread recipe.
Victoria said that she doesn't have enough flour for the recipe.
Good, easy as can be. Let's put quotation marks into these sentences. Who said, I would rather be a little nobody than an evil somebody? Where do we put quotation marks?
Before, I, and after somebody.
Good. Now, what about other punctuation?
Comma after said.
Comma after
and
said.
period after somebody. No, wait. Outside of the quotation mark.
Great.
Question mark.
Question mark outside of the quotation marks because who said the whole thing is the question. What about the next one? We will sing just as I am, then Mr. Willis will preach.
Just as I am.
Just as I am being a song needs that.
Don't you put a comma before?
We'll put a period. Do we put a comma before? No, we actually don't need one because it is a
Correct object.
because it's just a song. However, it's a compound sentence. We will sing this, Mr. Willis will preach. So we need a comma or a semicolon, in this case a semicolon. Should we put the semicolon inside or outside of quotation?
Inside. Wait. Inside or outside? I don't know.
Outside.
Why?
Do semicolons always go outside quotations? Do you remember?
Do they always go outside or always inside?
Commas always go inside. Periods always go inside. But what about semicolons?
It should go outside because they're saying the thing and then it's ending the sentence.
Colons and semicolons always go outside of quotation marks. Okay? So always outside. Okay, the new lesson. Oh wait, we've got one more. Let's do this one. Cain asks the Lord, am I my brother's keeper?
Am I my brother's keeper? Before and after.
Should we do a capital then?
Inside.
Comma here. Question mark inside because just this much is the question. Am I my brother's keeper? Great. Okay, the new lesson, taking notes. So you're supposed to write something about a local event, hopefully, as close as possible. If it can happen in our village, that's the best. If it happens in the country, I guess that can work too. So you could write about the revolution, and you could interview people who were here during the revolution, what they thought. These people are still alive, and by the time you're, let's say, my age, and you're trying to tell your children about the revolution, they're going to be gone. And so you're going to be like, man, I wish I would have asked those people questions. Anyway, don't need to hammer on that anymore. Take notes. Go find people and talk to them about it and jot down notes. Maybe they say something that you really like, then you can put it in quotation marks and put their name beside it. John said, wow, what a big explosion it was. We thought that, whatever. Exact quotation. You can make exact quotations, but otherwise you should just make notes that are short, brief, so that you're not plagiarizing, you're not copying someone else. Now, you could also go to books or articles about this happening and use them to take notes. However, those are called secondary sources. Primary sources would be people who actually were there. So a primary source would be an eyewitness, someone who saw it, or, well, I want to say a primary source could be a diary. I don't know if it actually says that primary sources would be diaries or not.
It would be, right? Because they're written by the person who read it.
That primary source are diaries. Okay, I want to say that the diaries also. Other primary sources would be like records of the weather. Someone recorded it was 60 degrees that day, then you know that's a primary source. A secondary source would be something, maybe a book written about the thing. Now the book hopefully relied on primary sources, but now you're the secondary source. So ideally you keep as many primary sources as possible. You stay as close as possible to the source of what actually happened. Think of the folklore, you know? The old legends or stories that get passed on after generation, and after a while you end up with basically fairy tales. Where they might have started from a true story somewhere, but it became secondary, and then third-ary, and fourth-ary, and fifth-ary, and sixth-ary, you know, if those aren't words, but it continued on and on and on, until you get very far away from the event, and you end up with just a little folk tale that doesn't make that much sense, but maybe teaches a lesson. Okay, so see if you can spend some time finding someone to talk to, finding sources to talk to, and then make a list of notes. Lesson 11 is when we want to start on the actual writing assignment. Do you have questions?
No.
Okay, good luck. I'm going to read the spelling words. Allude, allusion, atrocious, aversion, delusion, dexterous, elusive, illusion, intrusion, lesion, loquacious, ludicrous, officious, persuasion, postlude, precarious, precocious, prelude, prodigious, simultaneous.
Once you say that, precautious.
Good question. No, none of those are precautious. The one is precarious. It means it's about ready to fall. And the other one is precocious. And it means
What's that?
it means way above their age level. Little Rocky is somewhat precocious. She's doing things that are like beyond her. Josephine's starting to read before she goes to school. That's precocious. That means like they're a bit advanced above normal expectations. You hope that you're precocious. Okay, enjoy your work.